Welcome back. We're at day 17 of your journey to elevate your relationship. Last week I introduced 2 communication tools, and I really did think those were going to be the only communication tools that I was going to introduce in this program. Those tools were use feedback to claim rather than blame, and then communicate with love, where love stood for listen openly, validate equally. If you're practicing those, this one may not be needed. However, I saw something in a restaurant the other night that made me I just knew I had to include this in the program. This tool is communicate with flexibility. What I saw in the restaurant the other day was a couple sitting a few tables over. The wife had said something, and I didn't catch what it was, and it really didn't matter. The behavior was what stood out. But the wife said something, and the man said, "What?" And so she repeated the exact same words. And he said, "Huh?" And she repeated the exact same words again, only louder. And again, she got a what or a huh or whatever. He didn't catch it. And so she repeated it again, only louder. This repeated several times until literally everybody in the restaurant knew what she was trying to say. What became obvious to me was that it was not a problem of volume. It wasn't a problem of whether he heard her or not. It was that he didn't understand, and he was just communicating that back with what and huh and several other expressions. There's 2 things that happen here when we do this. The first one, if you're on the receiving end and you say what, automatically that person is going to think that you didn't hear it, so they're going to repeat it back. If you didn't understand, say so. Say, clarify what you're trying to send me. Huh? That doesn't work. Again, it just invites more volume. Volume does not equal clarity. Volume does not get you to understanding. In fact, when you get to a certain point in volume, it becomes argument mode and defenses start going up. So if you're on the receiving end and you don't understand, explain that. I don't understand what you're saying. Could you clarify what you're saying? Do you mean? We talked about that last week as well. The second thing that's happened is as she gets louder, her tone is the only thing that's changing. Well, in this case, her body language was as well. Her body language was starting to show anger. But her tone is telling anger, you got to get this. You must be a dummy. You must not understand anything I'm trying to say. But it just goes on and on and on what happens in our mind. So be flexible in your communication. We're responsible for the things that we send out to other people in our communication. We're responsible to put it out there in a way that it can be understood. We can't force them to understand, but we can be flexible in the way we're saying it so that we offer them opportunity to understand. In your relationship, create a safe environment for really good, positive communication to take place. Create an environment where it is okay and it's safe to say, I don't understand. Could you repeat that? Do you mean? These are powerful tools. Speak with love, no matter what you're sending, but especially if you're going into a conversation that's around a touchy subject. If money is one of the hot issues in your relationship, and you need to have a discussion about how much money is going out the door as compared to how much is coming in, speak with love, communicate with love. And again, be flexible. Do not end the conversation until you have expressed in multiple ways, giving your partner opportunity to understand. If you're on the receiving end, ask questions, repeat back, do whatever it takes to get to understanding. Be flexible. Just like anything else in the world, there is no one set way that is perfect. There is no one set way that works every time. If a form of communication works today, tomorrow it might not because the circumstances may be totally different. So get flexible. Have fun with this one. Get flexible and just expand how you do things. Play a game. Do whatever it takes so that you can get to understanding. Remember, the 2 tools that we had last week, use feedback to claim rather than blame, communicate with love, and add this one in, communicate with flexibility. Be flexible, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day.